So when we left off from the create schema, we kind of glossed over foreign keys. So let's jump right back into like, what's a foreign key used for? Jesse, what's a foreign key used for? If it's primary keys, we have foreign keys from yesterday.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Foreign keys are usually used to basically make a relation between tables. You basically link it to the primary key of another table, and that way you can link those two tables together.
Awesome. Yep, you're 100% correct. Yeah, foreign key is essentially to create a relationship between two tables. And the column is the primary key, usually the primary key of the sister table or whatever, the other table. Right here we have enrollments. We have this enrollments, and we have utilized a student ID and class ID. So we have students, we have a student ID, and we have classes, and we have a class ID. But they're not actually linked together. This is just, you can put anything in here right now. So before we left, we were looking at like foreign keys and kind of how, like, what the syntax is. And we're here at this tutorial's point, talking about foreign keys a column, okay, yep. Consider the structure. So for orders, they've got this references, customers, which references the customers table and looks at the ID. This like syntax doesn't look exactly like this with ID. Things aren't uppercase, stuff like that. So I just like Google search Postgres references for foreign key. And I'm looking down here, there's W3 resources. Come in here, just kind of looking for a lot of ads. That's awesome. That's great. Yep, nope. This is just, yeah. Ugliest sin. So let's go down, foreign key, that's another W3, Stack Overflow. Love that Stack Overflow. So you have two tables. You have this problem that the student has tests. So I see references, assuming this table, primary key. I'm just kind of looking at some examples. This looks like it's got a green check mark. This looks good. Create table tests by student ID, integer references, students. Okay, students, student ID, okay. I'm gonna use this first one. I'm gonna copy this over to my schema file. I'm just gonna comment it out. Right here we have not null and integer references students. So references, which one is student ID would be students. Cool. And then same here with class ID. Our classes. Okay, delete this as a reference, so I don't no longer need it. And I am going to, first I'm going to look at this enrollments table right now in the console. So PSQL, school, and then how do I look at just the enrollments table? So \D enrollments. Cool, interesting. So students, class ID. Now I'm going to exit out of here. Okay, clear the terminal. And I'm going to reseed this create schema SQL. Then I'm going to also have to reseed it as well because I'm essentially dropping the database. So making an edit, I need to make sure this works. If it even does, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work. So PSQL, school, create schema. Yeah. Drop table. Okay, now I'm just gonna go back in to look at the schema of the enrollments table. \D enrollments. Foreign key. Look it down here. It says foreign key constraints. Enrollments.class ID, class ID references classes, class ID, student ID, foreign key, student ID references the student's table and the ID in that table.
That's interesting. Just using references, it knows that the primary key.
Yeah, it kind of defaults to that.
So if you wanted to, so the other syntax I think would be like, if I'm reading it correctly, if you wanted to reference a key that wasn't the primary key, like if you wanted to have a student name,
You would do like student name.
yeah,
Or parentheses.
or parentheses is the syntax that is given in.
Like that.
But in this case, we don't want to, that would probably not work with the matching type.
Correct.
But like say we're creating an enrollment thing and wanting to not have to generate a new table, but
Yep, so without mentioning the target column, just students, then with mentioning the target column, students. Cool. Out of one. So yeah, there's multiple ways to do stuff, but yes, you can like target, not the primary key. So I'm gonna exit out of here, the school database. Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay, I'm gonna clear. I'm gonna reseed all that data back into the database. So I'm gonna just, yeah, that's fine. PSQL, school, where is it? Seed data. Insert. That everything looks good. I'm gonna go back into our school database, and I'm just gonna create, or what is it? Select everything from enrollments. Is that enrollments? Oh yeah, permanent. Okay. So I'm like, it only gives you like the first like 10 or however many, then you just keep pressing enter to have the other rows. So I'm in here and I would say, what was that? I'm gonna go back all the way up. I want to grab that, select everything. I'm going to grab that one student that we were looking at before. I'm selecting everything from the students where the ID equals 3. So it's that Jed Kund or whatever. And notice they have the address ID here. Now I'm going to select everything from the addresses. I just want to see everything in there. Okay, so I have the address ID. So I have the addresses, but there's no name in here. I don't know who goes here, but we have in the students table, we have the address ID of 3. So we can associate address ID with the primary key of 3 to this right here. But how do I do that all in one SQL query? How do I get these essentially to just show Jed's? Essentially, how do I join these two tables together? Well, I'll need to select everything from students.
Or student ID equals.
Can I join? I want to join. I'm just going to join everything because I want both tables. Join addresses. So where? Let's do.
Or you say where school.id equals.
So it says select everything. So Ethan's saying select everything from students.
You're forgetting the join on.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
You need to do a join on because right now that's not really a join. Either you do
Where? So join
either you do a
addresses.
cross, I think you're thinking of a cross join where you join everything.
Yes. Yeah, I want to join everything. On.
A cross join you don't need on. It's just cross join.
So what's the
But
syntax?
if you're looking for it, are you looking to do? You just join everything, or are you looking to join by ID?
I want to join where the address is ID. Yeah, I want to the student the address ID equals the addresses dot ID where the addresses ID equals 3. Let's continue with
I misread. Not school.id, we want student.id.
okay student
Students.id
dot ID
equals address is
like that.
But it's gonna return.
Let's just see what happens. Ooh. Where? Okay. So we're gonna do join. Let's look at joins.
Yep. Yeah, you had it right. Join on.
Join on.
And
On.
then you just do, instead of take out the where clause, just do join on students.id equals, yeah, like that.
Students.id equals. Don't I need the address ID?
No, you just do, yeah.
Just this?
No, you had it right. Just students. First, you grab your first table,
First table.
and then whatever you're trying to join.
Join the addresses.
Mhm.
Dot ID.
Yeah.
Let's see that. See if that works. We're all just. Okay. But what if I just want this address? What if I just want to return that student's address, like with the student, just like this, but just with the student? We got that.
You need the students.id, right?
Students where
Let's do it at the very end.
where what
Address ID
address
and
ID?
students.address ID. And you can say that.
ID equals 3. Hey, we got it. So there we go. Any questions?
It's pretty.
Yep. Once you have that create schema SQL, it's always just fun just to go around and in the database to query around, see what you can pull, figure out what left joins, right joins. I'm not.
Okay.
What if we did a left join? What would it return?
It would return the same thing.
Return everything from your left table. plus everything that matches from the right.
That's slow. Whoa. Anyway.
Leopold.
Yes. Oh, sorry. All right. That's it for today. We're going to go over the other. I just want to go over what you guys are working on. If you didn't finish the first one, yeah, the first two, we'll go over the other ones. Where are they?